got independence 1947, probably the elders will be understanding the stature of the country where we were standing. 97% people below the poverty line and average life of Indians just 32 years. From that today it has come to 71 years healthy life. What type of significant progress is made? And in the economic system, we are one among fifth in the world. We have reached the fifth stature in the world. I think the contribution made by lot of people has to be applauded and saluted. Now coming to Google as a company, I am extremely happy to be the alumni who is 1 year senior to your CEO Sundar Pichai. In fact, I was there, both were there together in the IIT campus so many years. 88, 89 completed MTech. And that time, really I was having little lead role because I was also the Tamil Association General Secretary. And he joined little later. And in that capacity, as an Association Secretary, we are the guest of honor for all the associations. Let it be Jammu and Kashmir Association or South India Association, everywhere I had the great privilege to participate. Then 91 I joined for PhD. I think your CEO joined in between, and we were together in the campus. And dear friends, now your contribution for the society and the globe is phenomenal. You take the Google search machine. What a phenomenal contribution. I think I was trying to understand about Google while traveling. Just I was Googling and what type of data is pumped. And I have to talk, if whatever I learned last 30 minutes, it will take 3 hours to speak to you. But I am not going to venture into that. Then YouTube. Today without YouTube, I think no youngster can think about their day-by-day life. That's the place it stands. And Android system, I think if I start talking, Google Maps, I think so much and so much contribution you have made. On this occasion, first of all, let me congratulate and compliment each and every Google member for your outstanding contribution for the humanity of this country and the world. And here I understand almost 9,000 people are going to be there. We are so lucky that you are going to be our neighbor. ISRO headquarters is nearby. I am so lucky, that's what I consider. Now coming to the ISRO systems. In fact, I have to speak something on that. Number one, this year I took over as the chairman of ISRO after completing 41 years of lengthy service in ISRO. Joined ISRO in 1984, just completed 41 years this January 31st. And during this position, this time, 7 years I was the director of one of the lead centers, Liquid Propulsion System Center. One of my office is there near Indiranagar, from where we have built the satellite propulsion systems. We have started our journey with a humble beginning. And this year, after I took over as the chairman, we have got 2 major accomplishments. I took over as chairman on 14th January. 16th morning, we had the successful space docking and India becoming one among 4th countries to have the technology of space docking. And the first satellite launch vehicle was done in the year 1979. And the 100th launch was done on 29th of January, and it was a grand successful launch. There is a small difference between Deepavali rocket and our rocket. What is the difference? Deepavali rocket, when you fire, it will go wherever it wants. But our rocket should go wherever it wants, wherever we want. One small example I will tell. Actually, this Deepavali, I bought some rockets. Rather 1 meter length, 12 rockets. And then we are in a community living, in a campus. There are 12 houses and there is apartment, 10-story building. And when I ignite, rather the fired the rocket, first rocket, I was praying as the director of the propulsion system. This rocket should not go to somebody's house. With that, my wife was standing near to me. She was telling, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this here in this campus?" Then I just ignited. You know what happened? The rocket went here and there. Finally landed in the 8th-story building. It landed. We were so afraid. Somebody should not come and really make a big complaint. Remaining 11 rockets were tied and moved out. And that is what happened. But then the launch vehicles should go wherever exactly we want. Now, coming to the accomplishment, achievements, lot of things are done. Can you get you a cup of water? So wherever we go, nowadays one fantastic question is asked to us: when India will become #1 in the space technology? The question is a very easy question, you know. The college students, they ask the question. But we should understand one thing. 1962, the Indian space program started. 1967, we had a tiny rocket, our own rocket lifting off from Indian soil, 1 meter height rocket. At that point of time, if you see other countries, 1961, Yuri Gagarin has sent to space and brought back safely. 1969, I was in the first standard sitting on the floor in a village school, and our teachers, one day we were so happy because they were not teaching us. And then they came and announced, I think man looks like he has landed on the moon. They were not sure, but this is the message which came. And to do that, big rockets were required. So truly, when we started our program, we were 60 to 70 years behind the advanced countries. From that, today, if you see 131 satellites of various varieties we have launched and we are serving this country. And 4,000 sounding rockets have been lifted off from Indian soil. And 6 generations of launch vehicles we have developed. And all these things are for serving the man. Of course, you talked about the mobile system. And we are also serving in the similar field like telecommunication, television broadcasting, so many fields we are contributing. Now, couple of things I want to share with you. Number one, you all know Chandrayaan 3 is the first mission which soft landed near South Pole of Moon, and India is the only country and first country which has accomplished this. And Chandrayaan 1 is our first interplanetary mission, and that mission found water molecule on the moon, and the credit maximum goes to India, and of course some credit goes to US also, and every Indian can be proud. Take Mars orbiter mission, you know, we have to travel something around 16 crore kilometers. 16 crore kilometers, I think you all are engineers. Simply do a small calculation with 0.01 degree error. If you travel, where you will land, where you will reach. And it is to Indians' credit. It was perfectly managed and it was the successful mission. And India is the only country and first country accomplished successfully a Mars orbiter mission in the first attempt. And that goes to the Indian community. And not only that, our Honorable Prime Minister, very fantastic calculation has done. He has only, we didn't do this calculation. He has calculated per kilometer travel, total amount spent and distance traveled. He does some calculation, and he came to a conclusion that the money spent per kilometer travel is less than auto fare, which no other country could do that low cost. And we wanted to become world leader in a couple of places. One place I still remember, the Russia is the country which placed through a single rocket 37 satellites in a single go. Then we all discussed. Always we are like a followers going behind somebody, elder brothers. Why don't we do 100 satellite launch in a single rocket? You know, placing 100 satellites is easy, but it should not collide each other. And today it is history. India is the first country which placed successfully more than 100 satellites using a single rocket in the first go. And of course, now other countries have done more than 100, 137 or so, but then we are the first country which has accomplished. Now to my field, I have to tell something. You know, the rockets, it needs engines. The rocket engine is no way different from car engines. So what is the purpose of car engine? Car engines either take human being or objects from one place to another place. Am I right? Or is it doing any other job? Same way, the rocket engine has to take either a satellite or human being from one place to another place. But small difference. Difference is, in Indian road, morning I was traveling. To be frank, I was so unhappy, I could not reach right time. Because I know so many people time I am taking. And in Indian road, average speed today in Bangalore road is only 50 to 60 km per hour. Am I right? Now to place a Chandrayaan 3, the rocket engine has to give a velocity of 37,000 km per hour. That is the difference, just to know. Now, a car, when it moves, it consumes petrol and air 3.5 to 4 gram per second. Against this, the rocket engine, when it lifts off, our rocket, for example, Matri, 4,600 kg per second of fuel we are consuming per second. That is the type of difference. So we are in that field of developing rocket engine. And one of the technologies is the cryogenic rocket engine development, where we use liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. And this is the best performing engine system. We are looking for technology from other country, and it was denied to India. And today, dear friends, we have developed 3 cryogenic systems, and we are one among 6 countries in the world to have that technology. Not only that, when the second system for the Matri vehicle was developed, I was so blessed to be the project director, and we were very clear, somewhere we have to become world leaders. And today, to our credit, in the development, there are 3 world records we are having. First world record is from the engine test to flight. The minimum time taken by any other country is 42 months. We have done it in 28 months, and that is the world record. Second world record is, generally people make 10 engines qualify just then the flight. We put, if you are all having poor villages, you know, I am from a poor village. So each engine, if it goes, I know how much money has to go. We put a target, we will make only 3 engines and fly. And everybody, entire world was ridiculing us. How these people are making this statement. And it is history. Only with 3 engines, India is the only country which has succeeded the flight with 3 engines. And other countries, minimum 9 to 10 engines they have made. Another important thing is, we use liquid hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen, if you handle properly, it will work as a fuel. If you don't handle properly, it will explode. And we have to test the system in a 1,200 crore test stand. And generally people do a lot of experiments. We decided we will do digital simulation and go for direct test. And the minimum time taken by any country for carrying out the test is 5 to 6 months. We have done this in 34 days, and we are having the world record. Like that, if I compare Google and ISRO, lot of commonalities, and we learn from failures and move forward. You also do similar things. And learning is a continuous process. We learn continuously. You also learn continuously and innovate and go ahead. Now, on this occasion, I don't want to dwell further. Let me congratulate and compliment each and every one of you. Wish you have great days ahead. Thank you. Jai Hind.